and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City. I'm your host, Cortney Bloomer, here in our studios at the Brewery Arts Center with this week's guest, Betsy Fadali of the Nevada Housing Division. Welcome, Betsy.
Well, thanks for having me today, Courtney.
So nice to have you here. And the Nevada Housing Division has some really an exciting program for individuals in the state of Nevada who may be looking for a place to live. But first, tell me a little bit about the Nevada Housing Division.
Well, we are part of the state government. We are not one of the housing authorities. We don't have the voucher program, but we do have many different kinds of housing programs. We have single-family housing programs that, for example, help first-time home buyers with a little bit better interest rate. We have multifamily programs that come through our office. One of the biggest ones is the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program, which is responsible for most of the affordable housing, most of the new affordable housing that's built in the state comes through our office. It's an IRS program. We have many of the HUD programs. Some of the funding comes through our office.
So lots of different things going on to make housing available to Nevadans. Mm-hmm. Today, I really want to talk to you about a great resource that you guys have on the internet to help people in their home search. I went through the home buying process. I know that it can be daunting, especially for a first-time home buyer or someone who's looking for maybe a rental property to find a place where they want to be and that is affordable for them. And this tool can help people with that. Tell us about that.
Well, we have started, it's about our year anniversary with nvhousingsearch.org. It is a rental housing locator, so it's for rentals. If you are looking for a place to rent any kind of property, or if you want to list a rental property, nvhousingsearch.org is a free tool that we have started at the Housing Division. There are just a lot of good tools that you can access through nvhousingsearch.org.
So tell us about some of those tools. I know one of the things that is available on the website is the ability to search by special amenities that you might need specifically, for example, for folks who maybe have been victims of domestic violence or something of that nature. Tell us a little bit about that feature.
Well, we have, I think maybe I should talk about some of the basics first. That's an advanced feature. we have, the way I look at it, we have 3 different user groups for this website. We have the general public, so any Nevadan who is looking for a place to rent can use this website. It's very handy and easy to use. It's online and it's backed up by a call center, which is really important. That gives that personal touch to people who don't use a computer or aren't comfortable with a computer or have access problems with computers. We have another user group is landlords. Right. So this serves landlords as well. You can get your information out free online in a very handy format that helps for efficient matches.
To their audience.
I like to say it's like a dating service. So it's like, we want to make matchmaking between tenants and landlords and property managers. The tenants out there looking for the right property, the right budget, all the different amenities that they want, and the landlord wants to quickly find someone to fill their apartment or their house that they're renting. So the landlords can use this tool. It's really quick and easy to get into. And we also have agencies, service agencies. One of the reasons for this website is to help people who have housing barriers, like you were talking about. So people with disabilities, for example, you need a roll-in shower.
Right.
Those kinds of problems. So we also have service agencies that are helping people who have various housing barriers to find a place. And that's one of the really important user groups for us, and free to all of those user groups.
Absolutely.
And I guess I could go back now to the special populations portal that we will be starting soon. It's something that comes along after you have a lot of listings, and luckily over this year we've grown very nicely. We started out, we preloaded our system with about 14,000 units from various landlords all across the state. And now we've grown all the way up to 36,000 units. So we're doing really well growth-wise. We have enough units in there that we can use this special tool, and it's a way of building relationships between the landlords and service agencies who are serving those special populations. When the landlords list, they're asked, would you like to help any of these special populations? And there's a whole list in there: homeless, deaf and hard of hearing, veterans, frail and elderly, physically disabled. Landlords may have special knowledge, special amenities at their property. They may have a special calling to help people with special needs. And so they can check these boxes, and if they check, then service agencies can link up with those landlords. That information is accessible only to service agencies. It's not publicly available, but it gives us a way of helping service agencies to get to know landlords that can serve those special populations, which is a real need out there.
And many of the people who do have those needs are in touch with a service agency that can help them navigate the housing system.
Right. Another aspect to this site that we're hoping to build on is that we're working with our sister agency over in Health and Human Services, the Aging and Disability Services Division. They also have a statute that really requires landlords who receive any kind of subsidy from any level of government register quarterly and tell the division whether they have any accessible units available that quarter or not. We are hoping in future to make our website, nvhousingsearch.org, a center for that kind of information, so that people that need accessibility characteristics in their rental housing can come to the site and be able to find that information quickly. And that's very helpful for landlords too, because believe it or not, the regular average household doesn't necessarily want to have a roll-in shower. And so the landlord is helped too by having their information out there and making those matches efficiently. We're hoping to work with Aging and Disability Services to make nvhousingsearch.org a way that landlords can register that information, that quarterly information. And we think that will be really helpful for many special populations.
Now, you talked a little bit about how the service agencies can access this portal in some sections that are not available to the general public. So I guess I have two questions here. First question, how can service agencies register for that special access?
They can, we're pretty much, you can't come through a wrong door type of situation. So you come to me. My contact information, I'm at the Nevada Housing Division. My number is 775-687-2049. Or if you go online to nvhousingsearch.org, that you can call the call center, let them know that you're interested, and they'll get in touch with me, or you can email them. Any route will work.
All right, so easy
similarly,
to sign up.
Similarly, for any landlords out there that are interested in listing, or any citizens who are looking for a place, I'm glad to answer any questions or take any feedback. We're really curious to know how people are using the site. So please contact me anytime, or again, you can go right to the website and go to the email there, or call the call center, and that information will get to me. So we can really answer anybody's questions.
So tell us a little bit more about the portal that's open to the public. For just normal Nevadans, who can use this site? Is it available to any Nevadan?
This is free to everyone, and it's one of those things that the more people use it, the better it works. And that's one of the reasons I'm here with you today, is because we want to make sure we get the word out there to everyone. This is a great resource for everyone.
And this might even be a great resource for people who are not currently living in Nevada, but who are planning a move to our state.
Very much so. For example, if they were coming to work at Tesla. We have done a lot of outreach and would like landlords to know that we're constantly reaching out all across the state to let people know about this resource. We've done very well. I think if you are an average citizen out there looking for a rental place, this is a great place to come as a first stop. In northern Nevada, I figure we have at least 25% of multifamily listings right there in nvhousingsearch.org, and you won't find, I don't think, any site that has that good a coverage just right off the bat. So it's a great place to start looking. And we're working in southern Nevada. It's very, very, very large market. I'd be sitting here resting on my laurels if I had that kind of percentage down in Clark County. But we do have about 11% of the multifamily listings there, and we would love to have more single family listed. We have some, and I think it's really working for real estate agents that are using it. I see them coming on, and then boom, they've got a match, right, and they take them off. So I think it's a great resource for people who want to list single family as well. Any kind of rental housing can be listed in there. Carson City, because we're most of the housing division is stationed here in Carson City. Carson City has been a little bit of my model of how I would like to see this site operate in the rest of the state. So we have done some extra outreach here. We have got every kind of rental property you can imagine in there. We've got luxury apartments. We've got all of our affordable tax credit properties are listed in the site. And we have single family, a few that, like I say, they list and then pretty soon they fill. It's a very tight market in Carson City. So we've done outreach to landlords. We've done outreach to service agencies here. And we're seeing searches every day, quite a few searches here in Carson City. I would love to be able to replicate what we have in Carson City. One thing I'll mention that's a special Carson City, since this is a Carson City show, factoid for you, is that on our website, if you go to nvhousingsearch.org and you bring it up, the home page, the picture that we have there is a Carson City picture. It's a picture from Coombs Canyon looking out at Carson City there in the valley. And when we designed the website with our with socialserve.com, which is the agency that we work with, they work all across the country. When we designed this website, we have individuals who go all across Nevada for our various different housing programs, and they said, this picture looks representative of Nevada with the city down there in the valley and all of the mountain ranges in the back. So they like that picture for our background. So Carson City is on our
our city is certainly very picturesque and beautiful.
Yes,
as anyone who's from here
it certainly
can attest.
Is.
Well, tell us just one more quick question. We're running out of time. But let me know what resources you have on the website available to people. Renters might be concerned about what their rights are, or if they're having a problem with a landlord, or if they've got a rental property that's just not working out for them. How can your site help them?
Well, at the Housing Division, we're very, very interested in fair housing. And one of the reasons that we liked socialserve.com, the agency we work with, is that they really do emphasize fair housing. And on our advisory board, we have Kate Zook from Silver State Housing, who helped us make that website especially fair housing oriented. So we have very prominently placed information about fair housing. You can find Nevada specific, because we have some extra fair housing rights here in Nevada. We have Nevada specific fair housing information right there on the site, with links that lead you to other ways to get information. Also, the whole site is geared towards accessibility to multiple different populations. For example, the call center helps people who can't use a computer.
Right.
The call center is bilingual, as is the website, so everything is Spanish-English. If you have another language, you can use the translator service, both the website and the call center. We also have a button, a report it button, near the listing. So if there's a problem that you notice, you can click on that report it button and let us know about any kind of fair housing issue. So I'm glad you asked that question. We really want to emphasize that on our nvhousingsearch.org website.
Absolutely. Well, this is such a great resource for people who want to look for a place to rent here in Nevada. Betsy, thanks for coming today and sharing with us. Tell us one more time what the website is.
It's nvhousingsearch.org. There is a call center number, very important. You can also call.
And we'll put that number up also.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you.
So everyone can access your services. And thank you again for being here. And thanks to all of you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City. I'm Cortney Bloomer. We'll see you next week.